back, guys. I'm Austin.
And I'm Mike.
And in this podcast, we're going to be talking about Stage 3, the Sustainment phase. So this phase kind of happens typically months 2 through 5 of the deployment. So they're already 1 month in, as you heard from our last podcast. And during this phase, this is typically where the spouse and the family tends to get a little bit more comfortable with their daily routines and how they're going to be working at home and living with the soldier overseas. And with that, the first thing that comes is these new routines have been established. So typically after that 1 month of being alone, the spouse tends to, I want to say, master the tasks that they've been given in terms of managing working, taking care of the kids, the pets, the house, any emergencies that are popped up. And it starts to become the new norm, and the spouse becomes more comfortable living that life with the soldier abroad, whether that be knowing when the contact is going to happen, when they have those phone calls, those Skypes, those messages, sending out care packages, or maybe even meeting with some of those new friends that you made, and that leads into the second important part of this phase.
Okay, so the second goal for sustainment is new sources of support, and this is where we talked about in the last video. You rely on your social support, and this is where that really begins to become a priority in your life, where these sources of support are who you turn to, and they haven't replaced that family member that's gone, but they're who you turn to, they're your new confidant, they're who you feel comfortable going to with, and they're the ones you bring your problems to, and just basically get information from. They're your new connection to the world in place of that family member who's gone.
Yeah, with that stronger support network set up, you typically start to feel more in control of the situation, realizing more and more how you can directly impact the situation, and you're not necessarily a victim of a deployment. And through this, you're going through all these different things. You're making those decisions. Again, maybe you're enrolling your kid in sports because you know that you can handle everything that's going on. And overall, yeah, you're just able to feel more in control. You're making decisions more and more, and you're continuing to live life and establish these new norms. And again, this all goes back to those new routines that were established.
And not only are you feeling more control, but you're also gaining more of a sense of independence. And the reason you're feeling more independent is you are making these decisions on your own. You're not bouncing every choice you make off of your spouse, off of somebody else. You have taken control of your role as a provider for that household at that time, and you're making all the decisions from simple things like if you want to maybe repaint the fence outside to, do I need a new vehicle? Should I purchase a new vehicle? And just things like that. So you are in control, and you are comfortable being in that control and being independent because you've built this over a few months now.
Yeah, and so that combination of all of these things, having that routine established, gaining support from whatever social methods you found, whether it's family, friends, church, or other religious institutions, as well as feeling in control and establishing that independence, you start to get the strength and confidence in your own abilities, developing the I can do this attitude, and really just being more comfortable with going throughout the day, going through the deployment, and not worrying as much about the decisions that you're going to have to make or what tomorrow is going to look like or next week. And typically in this phase, you might not lose all of those other emotions. There still might be some aloneness or some sadness depending on how the deployment's going or how updated you are on what's going on over there. But you definitely are more comfortable in the situation, and you're getting used to the deployment, and you're getting through it. And not only are you getting through it, you're getting through it well, confidently, and comfortably. And again, we can't stress this enough, the importance of developing those relationships and keeping clear communication, as well as how important those conversations beforehand were that could maybe hopefully help you enter this phase a little bit sooner, so that way you can last in this confident peace for a longer portion of the deployment. And hopefully you stay tuned with our podcast and you come back to our next episode where we're going to focus more on the redeployment phase. See ya.